Hey, it's your boy Crypto Expat Live, back with another review. In this review, we're going to talk about Figments Club. Figments Club is a token and a NFT project which offers users or holders rewards in the FBR system. So this is a lot to unpack, but I'll try to make it as painless as possible because I think that this project has a lot of potential. So it's important to understand it and not dismiss it, because you could be brushing off a really good project that has really strong potential. So let's roll that intro and let's get into it. So when you first come to the website, it looks pretty cool. There's quite a big team behind it, which is Doxxed, and they've really put it I would say a ambitious project. There's a lot of moving parts. Okay, so this is not your everyday run-of-the-mill meme coin where it's some dude in the basement on his Telegram, right? And he just created a contract. This is an actual real project. And it says, "Stylized gentleman avatar. We are dedicated to building the strongest and the wealthiest community by bringing imperishable digital collectibles that exist only in the imagination." So I went through the whole white paper, and it took me about half an hour to understand it, but in the basic form. So it's quite I would say for the newbie, it's not as simple as to figure out how this all works. Okay, so I'll just try to give you the quick and easy version, but here's all the stuff and the information on the website. I'm not going to talk too much about it because then I'll just be repeating myself when I get into the white paper, but the graphics are pretty cool. I think the avatars themselves look pretty cool. They're obviously, they're going to have this on OpenSea, right? So this collection of artwork and traits, this I think 300 or something traits, 330 hand designed 3D traits, and this is going to go on OpenSea on Ethereum. All right, so here's talks more about the perks and the utilities, and I'll talk about this in a second. The tokenomics. So there's basically two things to this project. Okay, so there's the NFTs, and then you've got this FIGMA token, and you need both of those together to earn the rewards. All right, and the rewards are it's not by default that you get the rewards. The rewards are through the competitions. Okay, and the rewards come from the people participating in the competition, comes through the spread of social media, and the income comes from the taxes of the NFTs and from the taxes of the token, and then it all gets pulled together in this reward system. And then there's certain amount of people, not everyone wins, only a small amount, maybe they'll tell us, but it could be less than 5% of the people actually in that competition, they call it, will actually win. But if you do win, you can win you could potentially win a ton of money. So that's what's gonna that is the main crux of how this is going to work. And I thought it was, it's definitely different. Here's the FIGMA token is 1 billion tokens on BSC, and the buy, sell tax and everything, and it's the breakdown. Okay, so I'll talk more about this. This is the breakdown of the tokens on the fair sale, and then kind of like the vesting and the cliff. Cliff just means like the time period before they can start to release this linear vesting. All right, so it's just a safeguard to say that they can't just dump all the tokens on this breakdown here of this pie graph, because there's tons being allocated: marketing, DAO rewards, the team, and exchange listings and stuff, right? So all this sort of stuff here, this marketing, DAO rewards, partnership advisors, and airdrop giveaways, it's all kind of released slowly, so it doesn't put much selling pressure on the token. And this is this whole FBR system, right? and this is the roadmap. And so it is very very well put together, in my opinion. And this is their doxxed, so they've actually put their real names, the founders, co-creator, marketing lead, and the content developer. So as you can see, they're pretty professional team. Project manager, full stack web developer, and a community manager. All right, so there's 7 in their core team. But to really understand it, you really got to read this white paper in like the whole entirety. But if I was to tell you this video would be literally an hour long. Okay, so this is kind of like one of the things I reached out to the guys in the Telegram group, and I said, you guys got a pretty good project, but it's too hard to unpack. There's too many moving parts to it, and I just suggested that they made an infographic. If they make an infographic and they put it on the front page, then visual readers can look at an infographic, right? Not a roadmap, an infographic, and it just shows you how all the moving parts work. And then you can look at this infographic, and in 10 to 15 seconds you can understand exactly how this thing's going to work and how they're going to produce the money that you could potentially get if you participate in the competitions. And that's the kind of thing. So it was good constructive feedback for them, and I think they were happy that I mentioned it. So here again, there's the NFTs, which is going to be 5,200. This is going to be on OpenSea, so the fees are going to be quite substantial on OpenSea. If you're not sure, the royalties they're talking about, okay? So every time someone buys and sells, or sells, whatever, on OpenSea, these NFTs, a portion of that, the creator gets a portion of that. Usually it's about 5 or 10%, and they're going to use that money to then go into the FBR reward system, all right, which I'll talk about in a second. This is the FBR reward system, and kind of like how it works, right? But it's kind of like there's a lot of moving parts to it, but I'll give you the gist of it. It's pretty. The money, like I said, the money comes from the rewards, come from the taxes, and from the token getting bought and sold. Okay, because there's 2 components to this. Okay, remember, there's the token itself, and then there's the NFT, and then also there's taxes that come from the buy and selling of the NFT, and how they create this supply volume of people buying and selling is when you want to participate in the competitions to win, like basically money, right? You have to have one NFT, which is only 5,200 of them, and then you have to have the equal amount, or they're going to designate an amount of Figma tokens, and they have to kind of like, I wouldn't say match, but you have to have both. You have to like meet the requirements. I don't know the exact requirements, but that's kind of like it could be 50, it could be 1-to-1. So in other words, let's just say, for example, there's the NFT and it's worth $300, then you'd have to buy $300 worth of Figma token. All right, and I'm just making this up, but that's basically how you have to buy each pair. By doing that, it creates demand for both sides of the NFT and the token. Okay, so you can read this how it all works, and they've actually even got a formula, so you can read all this, but I'm just giving you the simple man's version, if you want to call it, okay? Because I know that if I was to explain it all, we'd be here all day, but this is basically the formula here, okay? But they're basically saying the value of the NFT is $50, so you must hold NFT and the NFT value worth of Figma tokens to participate. Okay, so they're saying in this example, $50 for the NFT, you need to buy $50 worth of Figma tokens. There will be only 5,200 stylized Figment NFTs in the market to participate in, and an NFT worth of Figma tokens. That means both markets will produce two 160,000 and 260,000 trading volume respectively. Now assume the NFT creator fee from the OpenSea markets, where X equals 19,500. The percentage of the NFT pool price and the FBR system creator fee equals P. 60%, then the pool price of the NFT market, and for the FBR system, where that formula. Okay, then you got the pool price. So they're basically saying that every 200 winners will be rewarded 136 each for the FBR system. So remember, there's going to be like 5,200 participants, and there's only going to be like 200 winners. But as the volume goes up, people can get paid more. It just depends on the price of the NFT. So as the price of the NFT rises, so does the price. So does you need to buy more Figma tokens. You know what I mean? So this is it here. This other scenario number 4, it's saying that based off this volume, the volume's different. And you could every 200 winners are rewarded $2,184 each. So can you see where based off these different scenarios, it can get very, very the amount that you can win can go up and up and up. So that's going to fuel demand. Okay. Well, that's how they want to hope it will. These are the objectives of the FBR system. So they want to basically generate income and long-term gains. This is the competitions, kind of like what they're going to do. The process, you basically just have to buy both tokens, and then you have to share it on social media. They'll have like a thing where you can share, and then you just have to fill out this form. And that's basically it. Buy the NFT, buy the tokens, share it on social media, and then submit a form with your wallet. These are the tokenomics: 5,200 ERC20, 721 NFTs. This will be on the Ethereum Blockchain, and then so the creator fees there are 7.5, and that's the breakdown here of the creator fees, kind of like how they're going to take the money, portions of the money, to put into the FBR reward system, right? And then this is the token, all right? So there's going to be 1 billion tokens. There's going to be a BEP20 or a BSC, Binance Smart Chain contract, and then this is the buy sell is 4%, and the sell is 6%, and then that's how the taxes are going to be taken out. They've also got a 2% liquidity tax, which is good. So that 2% goes back in the liquidity pool, and then obviously the 2% will be allocated to the FBR prize pool. But then I've also got the 2% will be allocated to a daily burning. So that's how the token is going to be deflationary. So they're creating demand for the token and the NFT simultaneously, as well as burning the actual token itself. All right. So this is basically the distribution. I showed you that earlier, actually, in the beginning. Talks more about the Figment token, traits and utilities, more about the NFTs. These are the perks for the NFT. You get a whole bunch of rewards here. DAO, profile picture rewards, holder events, airdrops. So these are just the benefits for the actual NFTs itself. Exclude you're going to get the rewards, but you're also going to get a ton of different other benefits. And then the Figma token, you get the FBR rewards, but then you can get the token burning, which is like pretty much anyone will get that benefit. DAO rewards, staking. Okay, so they're going to have a staking platform later down the road, and a metaverse. So, like I said, that's why I just wanted to, kind of. It's going to be a long video. Kind of I'm trying to condense this as much as possible, because there's so many moving parts to this. You're going to have a DAO building system, a marketplace, NFT launch to the marketplace. So these guys, they look like devs. That's what they look like, and they just love doing stuff like this and building stuff like this. And I think, building out a staking system, a DAO system, a marketplace for NFTs, all this stuff is technical dev work, and I think that these guys are devs first and marketers second. So this is the team here. Uran Sadawiya, sorry if I butchered your name. It looks like he's the top dog. He's the founder. MD Mahfouz Ali, he's a co-founder. Sikat Roy, he's the co-founder, head marketing. Mike Marty, he's a content developer. I don't think he's I think he's got more of a Western name, okay. Benjamin Chu, he's the product manager, and Aaron Johnson, he's a full stack developer. Phil Anderson is community manager. Socials and more on the OpenSea disclaimer. Okay, going to be actually launching now, and they haven't actually raised a lot, to be honest. And I think it's such a good project. This project is probably the best project I've seen on Pink Sale for at least a month. And look how much they've only raised, 96. Maybe everyone just wants to buy meme coins and get wrecked on the way down. I don't know. But they don't have a lot of exposure at the moment, considering the type of project it is and the caliber of it is. It's definitely above many or all of these projects I've ever seen on Pink Sale for a long time. SAFU, Audit, KYC, and then, excuse me, they've even got a Doxxed. There's only one day, 8 hours left. I will definitely be investing in this, but obviously don't just take my words as financial advice, because I'm not your financial advisor. Obviously do some more research and go to the Telegram group, because they're very helpful, and they're pretty cool actually. They're very helpful, and they're not negative or anything. They just want constructive feedback, and they want to push forward with the project. That's the general vibe I felt anyway. So yeah, hope they do well, because there's only 996 BNB raised. Okay, very small amount at this point in time. So if you want to find some more information, or you want to link to this Pink Sale link directly to the link, let's say you're not trying to Google it and get some scam project, the link will be below in the description. Thanks for watching, sticking to the end. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.